Hey, Heroes for Hire Comic Club back here with another comic book preview. And today we're going to be talking about this new limited series coming out called X-Men Outback. It's a 5-issue limited series from writer Steve Orlando and artist Steven Segovia. Now, for all of you that are like, why are they calling it X-Men Outback? Maybe you're uninitiated to this. But back after the Fall of the Mutants run storyline in the 80s with Uncanny X-Men, from issue 229 to 248, when the world thought the X-Men were gone, they were actually on this secret base in the Outback. They did this after they take over this Australian base after their battle with the Reavers, who are this anti-mutant group, right? So they take it over. It's got like this portal where they can like teleport to any time, or I mean any place on the earth, right? So, but their home base was in the Australian Outback, so everybody thought they were dead, but they could still operate clandestinely. And this is probably one of my favorite eras. This is when Claremont was still writing, and Mark Silvestri was the artist on the covers and the interiors. And the team was built up of Storm, Wolverine, Rogue, Havoc, Colossus, Dazzler, Longshot, and Psylocke. One of my favorite teams of all time. One of my favorite Uncanny X-Men and the Uncanny X-Men teams of all time. Of course, this Outback era, the Australian era, came to a close after issue 251 with the legendary crucifixion cover of Wolverine. And also during this time period, we get the first appearance of a pretty important character in X-Men. Well, at least in my opinion, Jubilation Lee is first appearances in this, and this is actually the end of this Australian era, the Outback era, is when we get this bond between her and Wolverine. He takes her in. Wolverine's always taking these young ones under his wing. He's a little bit of himself with these people. He's done it with Kitty Pryde, Rogue, and we'll do it with Jubilation Lee, Jubilee, if you will. And also, I got a new mic, so shout out to Kingdom of Nerds for that. But so yeah, like I said, this was the lineup during the X-Men era, the Outback era. I thought it was a great lineup. And like I said, the Fall of the Mutants. This was, I think, the last issue of that Fall of the Mutants when they all thought all the mutants were dead. And then issue 229 is when they fight the Reavers and they take over this Australian base. So obviously, like a very classic, old school X-Men lineup from the 80s, the late 80s. Well, without any further ado, let's go to League of Comic Geeks and see what other fans are saying about this thing, and let's take a closer look at the covers and um, the creative team. We have X-Men Outback #1. It comes out June 24th, 2026. It says Journey back to time when the public believed Storm, Wolverine, Rogue, Colossus, Dazzler, Havoc, Psylocke, and Longshot were dead. But from the shadows, these X-Men protected humanity from their Australian headquarters. But why did the team choose the Outback as their home base? How did tensions between them almost tear the team apart? And which of their old enemies threatened to expose their secret? Steve Orlando and Steven Segovia revisit a fan favorite era in the Mighty Mutants past. So we got writer Steve Orlando, Steven Segovia. The cover artist for cover A is Russell Dodderman. The cover colorist is Matt Wilson, and the editor in chief is still C.V. Cebulski. And here we see the cast of characters. Now let's take a look at the covers. We have cover A from Dodderman. It's a nice cover. It's got the old classic X-Men feel to it. You got Dazzler and Longshot all hugged up down here. And then we have the 1 in 100 Pablo Villalobos Psylocke Virgin variant. Ooh, that looks nice. I might have to get that. Not the 1 in 100, but there is like I think here is the Aka variant with Dazzler on it. It's a 1 in 25. Yeah, that's just, everybody remembers this. I remember this era of Dazzler very well. Here's the Kari Andrews foil variant of Storm. I do think my friend John's Comics with Friends will enjoy that one. I think I will be picking that one up. Ooh, look at this one. Anka Another Anka. Yeah, that one's kind of cool. I like it. But now here's the trade dress of that Villalobos Psylocke. That's the one I'll get because I'm not paying 1 in 100 prices. But yeah, there you go. There are the covers. There are 6 to choose from. Now let's see what people are saying about it, though. Just what the X-Men needed, a Steve Orlando book. I don't know if he's being sarcastic or not, but Moonraker is what he said. Danger Leader says, take this book out back and put it out of its misery. I'm going to like it, even though I'm going to pick it up. All right, we got Zoe says, Alex Summers really showing off his ass in that background there. I'm going to hit that a like on that one. M. Scuttlecliff, this is representative of everything wrong with the creative direction of Marvel as a whole, and I just hate that I will still probably read it. And then Curse says, I don't really care if it ends up being a shitty comic. The keys jingly is working on me here. Orlando's X books are at worst painfully mediocre and at best passably all right, which is better than most of the X line right now. A nostalgia mini about the actual best X-Men team of all time with pretty art. Like, yeah, I'll celebrate that. Please give us Civilian Madeline too. Then we got, what kind of monkey paw result is this? Back to the Aussie Outback Era. Yeah, by Steve Orlando. Why do bad things happen to good people? And it says someone that says, finally, Callie B says, no way, finally, an X book that has a good writer, artist, and characters that I care about. And okay, that's the last one we'll look at. But it's interesting, we got a mixed bag. Some people are like, well, it's probably going to suck, but I'm going to get it anyway, type thing. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of this. Do we need another X book? Is it okay to do a mini series about the past? It's not going to be anything with continuity, so it's not got anything to do with the current X-Men or Uncanny X-Men or any of those books. But do you think it's a little excessive? I know a lot of people already think that Marvel has too many books. And I also want to know, for all you mutant lovers, are you going to pick this book up and check it out? And do you have mixed feelings about it? Like a lot of people, it looked like on League of Comic Geeks did. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Please hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to Heroes for Hire Comic Club. It really helps me out, and it's free. You don't have to, it's not like it costs anything. But until next time, true believers, Excelsior.
Son of Jarrell! Kneel before Zod! Snitchy boochies!